Tyson Fury is a very erratic personality, almost like a Jekyll and Hyde type character, where he'll wake up one day and he's one person, but he'll wake up the next day and he's somebody else entirely. On top of that, he's also a master of mind games and manipulation. And when you combine those two elements, it can be very difficult at times to figure out whether Tyson Fury is being serious or not with some of the things that he says. And in this particular instance, with the press conference for the Wilder rematch, he's once again come out and said that he's going to go for a knockout in this fight. He says that they're not going to give him a decision in America, so he's got to take Wilder out. Is he being serious? Is this just a ruse? Now, in terms of him saying that he's going to knock Wilder out in 2 rounds, I don't personally think he's serious about that, but he might be serious about trying to go for the knockout. And in my opinion, that would be a massive mistake on behalf of Tyson Fury trying to go in there for the knockout. Now, one clue that Tyson Fury might actually be serious about going for the knockout is his weight. Because to me, Tyson Fury looks quite heavy. He doesn't look as lean or svelte as he was, let's say, when he fought Vladimir Klitschko. But as some people have pointed out, at Tyson Fury's age and the size that he is, he's a naturally very big man. He's not going to be able to get down to 247 pounds again. And I take that on board, or at least not safely, not down to 247 and retain energy. So I take that on board. But this whole attitude that he might genuinely have, I don't know, of needing to knock Wilder out. I mean, look, in the first fight, he didn't even have a promoter in America. Wilder was, the guy who had the television network, PBC, all that kind of stuff. And even then, Tyson Fury got dropped twice and still got a draw. I mean, if he'd stayed on his feet in the 12th, he would have won. So I think Tyson Fury is throwing the baby out with the bathwater, acting like he can't win a decision in America. I think that's nonsense. Now Tyson Fury has got Top Rank, Bob Arum, ESPN behind him. He's probably got more political clout than Wilder's got. So I don't think Tyson Fury needs to worry at all about not getting a decision. I think Tyson Fury needs to box the exact same way he did in the first fight, just be sharper and quicker. And if he's sharper and quicker and boxes the same way, he'll win the fight. If he goes in there with this, I need to knock Wilder out, I need to be more physical, I think the chances of him getting knocked out himself increase exponentially. So you let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you agree with me that he does kind of look a bit heavy, Tyson Fury? And that's not necessarily heavy as in out of shape. Maybe he's put muscle on. But as I've been saying for many years on my channel, a lot of the time putting muscle on is to your detriment. Anthony Joshua showed in his rematch with Andy Ruiz the benefits of taking muscle off. There was a time when people were constantly having a go at me in the comment section of a lot of my videos for being so critical of weightlifting. Yeah, I'm from the old school, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't do any weightlifting at all if you're a professional boxer, but this idea that you need to bulk up, and if you're not heavy enough, you need to gain mass, I think that that is a very, very short-sighted way of looking at things. I think that that will cause more problems than it solves, to be honest with you. And I think Anthony Joshua realized that, hence why he dropped the weightlifting program. And remember, people, when you're dropping muscle, it's different than when you're dropping fat. You don't have to work harder to lose muscle. Yeah? Anthony Joshua simply didn't go in the weights room or did very, very little weights for the Andy Ruiz rematch. So the muscle, the size of his muscles reduced naturally. He didn't have to put in extra work for the muscles to reduce in size. He had to actually do less work by way of strength work, resistance training. But when you're trying to lose fat, you actually have to do more work to lose the fat. So there is a difference, okay? So when it comes to laying off the weights, laying off the strength program, it's not going to compromise you. Tyson Fury is a naturally big guy. You know, he's naturally strong. We saw that in the Vladimir Klitschko fight. We saw that in the first Wilder fight. Even though he was compromised in the Wilder fight because he lost a lot of weight in a short space of time, he still had a decent amount of strength in the clinches. So what are you adding extra muscle for? I don't think extra muscle will give him extra punching power, to be honest with you. When it comes to punching power, most of it is down to technique. I mean, Deontay Wilder is the perfect example of that. The guy is barely 220 pounds and he hits harder than probably anybody in the division. So it's down to technique, the way you position your body, the way you turn your shots over, the velocity of your punches. This is where you're going to get the punching power from. You can put all the weight on. In fact, sometimes if you put extra weight on, it'll reduce your punching power because you can't get the same kind of snap. You can't get the same kind of rotation in your shots. So we'll see, man. But those of you who are Tyson Fury fans out there, if I was you, I'd be very concerned if Tyson Fury is serious about going in there and trying to knock Wilder out. I think the chances of Fury getting sparked out increase exponentially if he does that. Yeah, the way you beat Wilder, Fury showed the blueprint first time around. That's how you beat him. Or at least that's one way you beat him. Making yourself a more stationary target and trying to hurt him is the wrong way to go about it. So if you disagree with me, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Remember, a lot of people disagreed with me when I said that Anthony Joshua basically needs to get on his bicycle in the Andy Ruiz rematch and move for 12 rounds. That's the best way for him to win. A lot of people said, no, Hatman, no, he doesn't need to do that. He needs to do what Tyson Fury said and actually just tighten up his defense and go forward and attack Andy Ruiz. That's what a lot of people were saying. Fury said it. Dylan White actually said it. I mean, multiple people in the comment section of my video saying, no, AJ can't move around for 12 rounds like that. It doesn't need to do that. No, it's not his style. People, Anthony Joshua is an athlete. He can move around. He showed in the Joseph Parker fight he can move around. Andy Ruiz is not a relentless pressure fighter who's going to throw loads of punches. He's a front foot counter puncher. The less you throw, the less he throws. I was saying this the whole time in the build up to the rematch, and that's exactly what happened. Anthony Joshua moved around, he kept it low volume, and therefore Andy Ruiz was low volume. So the tactics that I had in my head for AJ were the very tactics that he ended up using, and those tactics worked. Now, I didn't know for certain if those tactics would work, but I thought those would give him the best chance of winning. Going forward and being aggressive against Ruiz was suicide. It amazes me that so many people thought that that's how AJ should box, that he should take the center of the ring and not move back. I mean, no disrespect, but when did these people start watching boxing? Last week? So with Tyson Fury, same thing. Against Wilder, needs to be on his hit and hop it stuff. Standing there and trying to take the guy out. Madness. I know Tyson Fury is a very confident character and all this kind of business, but you can be as confident as you want. Once a Deontay Wilder right hand hits you on the chin, you can wipe all that away. It can take confidence out of your hands, and then, if you're no longer conscious, it doesn't matter how confident you are, does it? Dominic Breazeale was confident before he fought Wilder. Look what happened to him. That's what happens when you're a big man, big target like that, and you stand in front of Deontay. Obviously, Dominic Breazeale doesn't have the slick upper body movement of Tyson Fury, but it doesn't have most of what Fury has got, other than maybe heavier hands potentially. But yeah, that's my take on it anyway, people. But Fury might not be serious. Fury might just be trying to bait Wilder in, get him to be aggressive, get into his head, play mind game. Maybe he's just doing that. Maybe he plans to move around and box all along. I guess we'll find out on the night. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.